Yeah, good day, jump there. That's a nigga that...
If we was to fight right now on the streets, I'll break your fucking neck. And that's on my kids. And you know it, I know it, and the whole world know it. And I'm not talking about no fighting in the ring. If me and you was to fight outside, I will break your neck.
No one saw this explosion coming. The tension between Gervonta Tank Davis and Terence Bud Crawford had been brewing for months. But what went down backstage at the Canelo vs. Crawford press conference took the drama to a whole new level. Tank made his move to confront Crawford face-to-face during the high-profile media event, and that's when chaos erupted. Davis threw a punch. The entire room spiraled into mayhem. Security stormed in, and what was supposed to be Canelo's shining moment instantly turned into a viral firestorm.
Turkey, you need to put a small ring. A small ring, the smaller ring in the...
The only... Hey, Matt. Yeah. The only running that I'm gonna be doing is running upside his head, and I can assure you that. Facts. And he got a big head, too.
But the real question is, why did Tank even show up at this press conference? A fighter coming off a controversial performance against Lamont Roach and a recent arrest, why would he insert himself into Crawford's spotlight right now? Is Tank truly chasing real challenges? Or is this just another desperate play for relevance? Let's break it all down. The atmosphere was already electric. Canelo and Crawford stood on stage, cameras flashing as they faced off. You could feel the tension crackling in the air. Canelo glared at the man bold enough to step up and challenge him. Crawford answered with a smirk, calm yet radiating lethal confidence.
Listen, however they rate me, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we got to fight, and I'm going to win the fight. As simple as that.
Can I ask you about if there's any rematch clause with this fight with Canelo?
No, it's not.
Is that something you pushed for?
No, I didn't.
And is any weight restrictions to the fight at all?
No, it's not.
A lot of fighters would like to put on a weight restriction to this type of fight. Why didn't you want to do that?
Because I want him at his best. I don't want no excuses. I don't want no, reasons why, he didn't feel good or anything. I want him at his best.
Every media question had a bite to it. Could Crawford's speed and ring IQ be enough to counter Canelo's size and raw strength? Is he really ready to leap into such a dangerous weight class and achieve the impossible?
Bro, when people, what I got from that is he's a hater. If you don't know me as a person, let's say you don't like me. You don't know me. You feel me? And I don't give a fuck. If everybody including Will, winning. Fuck.
Same question for you. You're a proud father.
But while all eyes were locked on the stage, a storm was quietly building backstage. Gervonta Davis had shown up unexpectedly, dressed casual, yet clearly ready to make a statement. Tank wasn't there for pleasantries. He wanted Crawford's attention, and he was willing to do whatever it took to get it.
Yeah, last one, because Shakur just came through. Talk to me about your relationship. You look like you was in a fight today. What?
It's hot in here. You know what I mean? So it's cool, man.
I mean, bringing him to this fight, getting him ready mentally, if not.
Tank walked straight up to Crawford without a word, no introduction, no small talk, and got right in his face. Then it happened. Tank fired off a punch in an instant. Not a playful jab, not a soft tap, but a full swing. Security charged in as both camps erupted, shouting over one another, and within seconds, the fighters were pulled apart.
For real.
Let's rewind. This all started when Tank, in his usual cocky style, claimed that if he moved up in weight, he could easily beat Crawford. That remark was pure disrespect to Bud, a man who has conquered multiple divisions and reigns as the undisputed king at 147 pounds. Crawford didn't stay silent. He fired back, questioning Tank's level of opposition and calling out the weakness in his resume.
How you feel about that fight? Is it even possible at a catch weight?
Nah, ain't no catch weight. You come up to 47.
You're not even entertaining a catch weight.
No, I'm not.
He's a champ though too, undefeated.
And what champ? Come on, man, tell me what belt. You know boxing. You forgot Devin Haney is undisputed. Devin Haney got all the belts. He the champ. Nobody else the champ. I'm gonna come up here where the big boys at.
All right,
I'll welcome him.
Crawford's covert remark regarding Tank's absence at the gala was a subtle flex, implying that he considers himself far superior to Tank. Tank clapped back, promoting his star power and cash account, but Crawford wasn't going to let him take the focus. This feud could not have started at a worse moment. Tank just declared his retirement after 2025, giving him only 2 years to cement his legacy.
25 is after next year, I'm out of it.
After our second fight. You're out of it?
Yeah,
Care to elaborate on that?
out of the sport.
After our second fight. Nah, no, I'm gonna win, bro.
Nah, I could tell you my fights.
With a fighter like Tank, fans expect massive matchups to define the closing chapters of his career. A clash with Crawford would be the ultimate finale, a colossal showdown between two generational icons.
What changed? What made you?
This shit is trash, garbage.
If you got the opportunity to sign a prospect for GTD, who will be?
I'm out of it.
Gervonta, something should have happened during this time, because when I saw you at the Frank Martin press conference, it looked like you were like the talks about retirement was not even discussed at this moment, and now it's something you keep on repeating. Is it just because obviously what you've done through boxing since you were a kid and everything?
Fed up with the
Where's Calvin Ford? Is Calvin Ford or Leonard Edelby usually they're around to?
You think you might regain the love for it though? You never know. Like you say, you got to squawk today.
But while Tank is eager to make this fight a reality, Crawford remains unconvinced, and he has his reasons.
Tank gave a little prediction on the fight, talked about Errol has a metal shield and you have a glass shield. You talked about the punch resistance. What do you think of Tank's assessment, man?
Don't see. Don't see.
Could he get it in the future?
Too little.
I mean, you came up from 35, right?
He ain't fighting no real guys at 47.
Everyone's talking about Errol fighting the winner of Canelo and Jamel. Could you ever do that? Is that too much weight? Or?
What, 168?
Yeah.
I ain't going up there.
Right.
So you got Canelo winning then, right?
Then definitely. If he fighting at 168, definitely.
But does he really have anything left to prove? He's already the undisputed champion in 2 weight divisions and is widely seen as one of the best pound-for-pound fighters on the planet. That said, Crawford didn't exactly shut the door. He made it clear he'll take the fight if Tank is ready to move up in weight.
Gervonta Davis speaking about you. Is that ever a possible fight?
Yeah, if he want to dare to be great, he can be like all the other fighters that moving up 2 weight classes and daring to be great.
You would fight him,
man. Tell him to come up there.
You got to come to win 54.
He said I got a glass chin, so tell him to come and touch it.
Wow, man. Gervonta said you got a glass.
He said I got a glass chin. Tell him to come and touch it.
At 147?
At 147. I'll make 147 for him.
Ooh, see, oh man. You're going to have a pre-camp.
Then what the people going to say? Oh, he's beating up on little guys.
I don't know. Before we dive into Tank's ambitions, let's not forget that Crawford has his own mountain to climb, Canelo Alvarez. While Crawford chases greatness, Tank's career seems to be teetering on the edge. Sure, he's still one of the sport's most electrifying punchers. Sure, his name still fills arenas. But the fire that once defined him is fading fast. Recently, Tank was arrested. He's free now, but the legal mess has clearly disrupted his focus. Then came the fight with Lamont Roach, a matchup meant to be a showcase that instead turned into one of his most lackluster performances.
Oh, nice double left hook by Roach to the body and then to the head. Right there it is. Oof. And Davis just got backed up with a counter right from Roach.
That's a big moment in
with the left. Oh, and that right, but Davis took off some of the steam of the punch, but still, Roach leaning with right.
He took a knee.
He took a knee. What is he doing?
He forgot his...
Nice combination from Roach. Resting it. Oh, another right hand, another right left by Roach. Nice combination. Got just over around 11 as well.
Maybe him getting popped.
Davis fighting on even terms here in the 11th. Both of them have landed.
Has to keep doing that. Roach said the familiarity, knows his weaknesses. It's one thing to say it.
The decision is a majority draw.
Roach didn't just survive, he made Tank look flat. Fans began questioning Tank's conditioning, his strategy, and even his hunger to dominate.
did that, so I know the got in his eye, but they should have countered it. They would have countered it, would have went to Lamont Roach. What I didn't like about Tank, he was gassing up Lamont Roach way too much, and he was already talking about like retiring.
He seemed a little distracted, didn't he, in the fight?
That wasn't the same Gervonta Davis we're really used to seeing.
It just lets you know how corrupt like these governing bodies are, bro. If that dude took a knee, not only did he take a knee, he's like, hold on real quick. Let me get this out of my eye. How is that not a point? Like,
you know, funny thing, bro, that's why I cut my braids off. I had braids, and I had the same thing. I went through the same when I fought Andre. That burning my eyes, so I cut that off.
Instead of zeroing in on a true redemption fight, Tank is now talking about Jake Paul.
Didn't say you got your eye on Tank. What do you think about the rumors of Tank and Jake fighting?
Man, Tank disrespectful to the sport if he choose that over fighting with me. I'm the best fighter in the sport. I've been telling him that. He called cap on it. So if he won't call cap and say I'm not who I say I am, come prove it.
Sure, that's a big money move, but it also sends a clear message. Tank is chasing cash, not competition. And crashing the backstage scene to go after Terence Crawford only adds fuel to the narrative that Tank star is fading.
Tank is done. Tank is hung him up, shoes off, get the bag, put a plaque up, he done. Tank is done.
When you say done, you mean like not fighting anymore?
Tank is checked out mentally. Tank is gone mentally. Tank looking for the big bag, of Jake Paul, Pacquiao, something solar, and he's looking to, hey, I'll see you later. Tank is standing. He's not gonna fight Shakur Stevenson at all. At all. I don't care how much money Turkey offered, give him 4 Lamborghinis, whatever. Tank ain't taking that fight.
Here's a reality check. Tank Davis is smaller than Terence Crawford, and compared to Canelo, he's tiny. Crawford already has the massive task of moving up to face a much bigger man in Canelo. Tank trying to wedge himself into that mix feels like a mismatch waiting to happen.
I feel I got the speed over Canelo. I got the reach over him. He might got the size, the power. I got the better skills, boxing skills.
Would it be more of a cat and mouse? The reality is Canelo does put people out, from Kirkland to Amir Khan to just... Obviously,
I'm just saying, man.
No, but he's not.
Kovalev was older. He does.
Billy Joe.
Does. Don't get me wrong. He does have a lot of power, but all those guys that you name is not as skillful as me. I'm sorry. No disrespect to none of those fighters. The skill level is not there.
So how do you see a fight with Canelo go?
Tough fight. Canelo is a great fighter. Like, I always had respect for Canelo, but I just believe in my skills. The fact that people doubt me, it just fueled me even more. Try to get the fight even more. And I'm watching them, I'm like, man, I can beat this dude. I've been fighting people bigger than me all my life, and I always came out on top. You gonna get hit. It's a fight. He gonna get hit too. It'll be good.
This is boxing, and size matters. Not in every fight, but especially at the elite level. Crawford's speed and skill might give him an edge against Canelo, but he's still stepping in against a bigger, heavier man who can walk him down.
Terence Crawford, does he have an opportunity to beat Canelo?
I think if anybody has a chance to beat Canelo, I think it's Terence Crawford. His IQ is on another level. He's a great fighter and he's strong. It's just that it's a lot of weight. I wouldn't be surprised if Terence Crawford wins. Wouldn't be surprised if he loses either. Terence Crawford, when he went up against the best opposition, like Errol Spence, he showed what level he's on, what type of dog he is. So I don't know. You really have to let these fights play out to see what happens. He might get hurt. That might activate him to come back strong.
Could you still make 68?
I don't want to make 68.
No, I know you don't. Terence wins 68.
Yeah, well, if that's, yeah, I can make one.
Another thing to keep in mind, the Canelo-Crawford rivalry is already intense. Canelo's press conferences have been heated, with the champion making it crystal clear he doesn't appreciate Crawford moving up in weight or the idea that Bud can just step in and snatch his titles.
I don't respect him anymore because he say, I'm not gonna do what they want me to do and this and that. And then he tried to, maybe Turkey Al-Rashid told him, hey, you need to do something because you seem so nervous in Riyadh. So and he tried to like he walking me back, and that's why I pushed him. And you know, like I say, don't f with me.
Does it bring a different Canelo then?
Yeah, it's different. Yeah, you watch Saunders fight, right?
Which one? The Saunders. Oh,
he pissed me off. He pissed me off.
Yeah.
So.
Crawford has answered with pure confidence, pointing to his undefeated record and his dominance in every division he's ever conquered.
On the streets, you and Canelo, what would it look like?
Come on, man. Yeah, I know what I do. I ain't got to talk about it. On the streets, I'm me against anybody. I ain't never gonna say another man gonna whoop me. So, you know what I mean? That's your answer right there.
I guess in Guadalajara, you think it'd be a little different on the streets if Terence came to town?
I think every city, every place is different, no? It's different. But we don't talking about the streets. We're talking about boxing, the beautiful sport of boxing. So that's different, way different than the streets.
So Tank's decision to show up at that event was anything but random. He knew the cameras would be rolling. He knew this was Crawford's big moment in the spotlight. And maybe that's exactly why he wanted to steal it.
Going up those weight classes to face him, how can you convince fans that he can beat Canelo?
I ain't trying to convince y'all that he can beat Canelo. He's a good fighter. But, bro, I would say smaller fighters are always better than bigger fighters because, they're smaller, they know how to move and things like that. This guy is great at what he do. He got. And another thing, bro, I don't be wanting how these guys is. Then he get hurt against
Magimov. There you talk about Gamboa. Talking about Magimov. Is that what you
said? No, he got clipped by
Gamboa,
right?
Yeah.
Right? How the fuck is he's looking this strong over the past year? These years. He ain't been getting clipped or nothing. So that's that snack shit. I'm telling you. Y'all laugh. I'm always.
No, do tell. Open up.
And that guy that a part of it, he been caught before. He went to jail for it.
Talking about Victor Conte.
He went to jail, right?
Victor Conte.
Yeah. And he's the owner of the snack shit, right? And he went to jail for it. Now it's like.
It's all over.
You see, I don't want to throw him under the bus, but you see, Earl said some things like that, about the people in the steroids, but
yeah.
He don't want to say no names, but come on, bro.
You saying he fighting for the money? You ain't saying Mayweather the promotion trying to make the most money off of Tank possible. You saying he fighting for the money?
If he said he went in there 0 times and requested the big fights, obviously he don't really care about the big fights. He just want to get the money, in which he's doing a good job at.
I mean, maybe he just let his team, come up with who they think should be next for him, and maybe that's why he hasn't gone in there. Because anytime we see him, hear him after a fight, well, got to sit down with Calvin and the team and Floyd and London, and they gonna come up with whatever's next.
Tank knows one thing for sure: money talks. He's smart enough to realize that a fight with Terence Crawford, even if it's not the most practical matchup right now, would be a blockbuster. It would spark endless debates, dominate social media for weeks, and rake in massive pay-per-view numbers. So, is he chasing money? Well, you can't ignore the signs. If Tank claims he's always been about the biggest fights, yet consistently avoids them, it's clear his focus is the payday. And honestly, he's doing a solid job of making that happen. Maybe he just lets his team call the shots on what's next. Maybe that's why every time we hear from him after a fight, it's always, we'll sit down with Calvin, Floyd, Leonard, and the team to figure out the next move. And that's a wrap for today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you never miss an update. Drop your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear what you think.